it's not just that it's a beautiful music, but it also is somehow telling of what Radiokören is at the moment, in my opinion. This repertoire, it's like the signature repertoire of this group, starting from music of Richard Strauss and ending with new Swedish music, Gör Ligeti's Drei Fantasien, which was commissioned and premiered by Radiokören. And then we are also celebrating the 90 years of Estonian composer Arvo Pärt, who has been also very important collaboration with Radiokören. So it's a variety of different styles and different type of sounds, but I think it is also revealing of what the Radiokören is today. And of course, that the history, the rich history, the legacy of this group itself and its culture is kind of shining through that repertoire.
It's a wonderful thing to reflect on all the history of the choir and think of all the singers who have sung here and the conductors who have conducted and all the repertoire, and we're trying to pick lots of that repertoire to sing it during this season. So it's special for us.
The very story of the Radiokören also is telling in that the Swedish radio was founded the same year as the choir. You know, the institution started broadcasting nationally, and then in a few months there was the first broadcast of the Radiokören singing. And that tells you how important the choral culture in this country is. It was kind of imperative that we start this new media and we need to present who we are, and that should be choir music, that should be Radiokören. And since the very beginning, this choir has been special in that the big soloists, sometimes really people who, we have the singers who are taking off 2 or 3 months because they are engaged in big solo productions and big operatic productions as soloists. These people having their soloist careers. And this is what makes them really special in the sound itself. The coloring, the depth of the Radiokören is unique. And yeah, I just keep wondering and enjoying that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful being that is called Radiokören every time that I'm here.
We have had wonderful years together with Kaspars. Is it 4?
It's not that new anymore.
No, it's 3 or 4 years.
I started in autumn 20.
Oh.
So
that's
4.5 years.
Yeah, and we have done fantastic productions, and your programming is so good. So we are
introducing a lot of nice new music for us. I think modern, contemporary music.
It has a bit of a Swedish touch to that concept, because when I was I wasn't a student anymore, but I was still a very young professional in the very beginning of 90s. I had the luxury to meet Erik Eriksson, who came over to Riga, and I was one of those people who would organize that visit, and I was that little spirit that helped him out. You know, I would be the one to bring him to dinner or to a concert or whatever he wanted to do, and also assist him in the rehearsals that he had. And it was a time when I was starting working with the Latin radio choir, so I was very curious of his experience and his ways and his methodology. And he was very generous in sharing these ideas. And the very idea that you build up relations with composers, that you it's not that only you make a catalog of individual pieces commissioned by individual composers, but you actually make relations to those composers, so that there is always a continuation to that relationship. That has been almost like a leitmotif to my professional life since then. And we've tried it also here in many ways. Well, the Swedish radio choir, having said that they have that big, wonderful, warm sound, and in that being absolutely phenomenal in the music of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th. But the other aspect, the other side of the radiokören is that they've been champions of contemporary music, and through radiokören, through Erik Eriksson, the whole paradigm, the whole idea of what they called the Nordic sound in 60s, 70s, 80s was created. So yeah, it's been a huge inspiration to me as a young professional.
You continue to this tradition.
Somehow, I mean, I don't even have to somehow artificially do that. It's just somehow so inspiring that I find myself in that flow.
The connections with composers and performing new contemporary music is a very big task, or it's important for the choir. It's a part of the job to commission new pieces and deliver them and send them out to people so they can hear all the new things that are happening. So it's important for us too.
Yeah.
Yokoso concerto e.
Mostly welcome to Tokyo Opera City Hall to listen to Swedish Radio Choir. Hope to see you there.
Yes, I'm so much looking forward. I also consider Tokyo City Hall like incredible. For me it is the best combination of a concert hall and somehow a temple as well. It's so special in everything, in the architecture and its shape, and also its unparalleled sound. Very much looking forward.